Hello, welcome back to Spill the Bubble Tea After Dark here on YouTube channel where we recap our main channel, which is the podcast version of whatever we do. We recap here. So we have got all the feedbacks from you guys regarding to our previous episode. I mean the newest episode, which is
the Bernie and Fatisha.
Yes,
episode.
Bernie and Fatisha episode, which we get burned out in pole dancing. So today we're gonna discuss that, and you see that we don't have our tea yet because we're gonna make it right in front of you. So
shit, I just realized I spent the entire intro picking this callus, and you remember the other day Dan Rosen called us out because you were picking your calluses?
Yeah, I do that all the time. Anyway,
it's
so
just like hanging.
That is our.
I just want to get it off.
Just put it on.
Oh no!
Anyway,
okay, no, do the tea.
The tea thing. We're gonna do a tea ceremony.
Tea ceremony
yes.
with Fa Adam.
What?
Fa Mulan. Oh, he knows what I talk about. His Fa Mulan.
The fuck? And this is Andrea, obviously. So, yeah, we have 20 minutes. We're going to get into it because it might take us 15 minutes to make this bloody tea.
Wait, can we talk about where the tea came from?
Okay, tell me.
I went to Perth for Pole Unity and taught some workshops there. And one of the students, Sylvia, was so sweet. She brought me bubble teas, the cha time ones, the milk tea and the mango tea. And I was like, not sponsored. We need sponsors.
Yeah.
Oh, actually, speaking of sponsors, maybe you could be our sponsors because we actually now have a donation link. Which, if you'd like to, if you've been enjoying our content and you want to buy us a bubble tea, you can click that donation link, and we're definitely just going to spend it on tea. And maybe some microphones.
Maybe some microphones.
We're experimenting with microphones. We want to have good sound quality for you.
Yeah.
But anyway, thank you so much, Sylvia, for bringing us this tea that we have before you today.
Thank you. We are here in sunny Gold Coast. That's why we're here together. The previous 2 episodes we have been filming like in person together, which is really funny because we live separate in different states. But Andrea's coming to Melbourne next weekend.
Yeah, in a week and a half. So we're going to have so many in-person episodes to release while I'm in Canada.
Yes.
Because I'm in Canada for all of July and August.
Yes, I'll be in Malta, so.
Are you in Malta?
Yeah, next month.
Is it for a pole camp?
Pole camp.
Ugh.
Exciting.
What a destination.
I know, so.
I've never been.
I'm going to have to bring my own tea because I don't think they will have bubble tea there, so. Yes, anyway, so let's talk about what we have here. Here we have this milky bubble tea, which is like the traditional bubble tea, 珍珠奶茶, okay? So 珍珠 means pearl.
Ooh, 珍珠
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 奶茶.
奶茶
There you go. 奶茶 is milk tea. 珍珠 is pearl.
牛奶
Yes.
牛奶 is
牛奶 is milk. Tea is cha. So 奶茶 is milk
奶
tea.
茶
Yes. And I have this mango
我喝牛茶
fruity thing. What?
我喝牛茶
奶茶.
奶茶
Yes, yes.
牛
She
奶
drinks milk tea. Okay,
牛
I
奶
don't because I shit myself.
Wait, I have 他喝 mango cha.
Yeah.
No, see, in Cantonese, mango is mangoy.
Yeah, it's mango.
Mango.
In Mandarin. Mango.
Oh, in Mandarin and mango.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
他喝 mango cha.
Yes.
Yes!
He drinks,
Duolingo!
he
Also
drinks
not
mango
sponsored.
tea. Yeah. Okay, good, beautiful.
Our Mandarin
So
lesson.
we're gonna make it while we talk. So we're talking about fatigue. Yeah. So we got some like from our podcast on Spotify that we see people. The question was how many times you train a week. Yeah. We have a few people voting for 1 to 2 times a week, and then we have most people voting 3 to 4 times or 5 times a week.
Yeah.
I can instantly tell those people are the newest generation.
You know what? I looked at those poll results and I actually wondered if the people who either don't train at all or train every single day and know that they shouldn't be training every single day just didn't participate in the poll, because sometimes when you know you're not behaving how you should be behaving, you don't really want to fess up to it, certainly not publicly. I'm trying to hide my feet from the frame, but I
Just put
need
your
to sit.
feet down.
No, but
People are not paying for this. Jesus. All right. While you do that, I'm going to start making tea.
Okay. But yeah, so I was kind of surprised that the poll results, well, they were like what you want the results to be, really middle of the road. But I was kind of bummed that our listeners didn't actually spill the tea on themselves. I feel like a lot of listeners oh, you want me to pour this while I talk?
Yeah.
Haven't you seen Mulan? I'm literally, this is how I am in real life.
Mate, there you go. Jesus Christ. All right, and you put your ice in there.
I just didn't want to spill it.
And you have to quickly stir it. Usually you will shake it. You will have an ice shaker to do this, but we are on a balcony, so there's none of that. So anyway, you can definitely tell those people who train 3 to 4 times, they are still baby. They're not having the burnout yet. So
they haven't gone through the injury phase. They're still in the honeymoon phase.
They are.
Yeah.
And in the 1 times a week, probably us. Like.
Well, also the 1 time a week is the absolute beginners where they're still just built. Are we stirring this until the ice has completely disappeared?
Until you can feel it's cold. Is it cold?
It's still a little warm on the bottom. No more ice. I don't want to make things cold. I need to be warm. I want to be urban.
It's summer.
Oh my god.
This is summer, mate.
Wait, I just had a revelation.
Yeah.
Urban is Japan. Cha is hot tea. Isn't it?
热茶.
I say it.
热.
But is that the same in Japan as hot tea? Like urban and cha? I'm just saying it wrong.
No, I don't think so.
How do you say Japan?
Like in English?
No, in Mandarin.
日本.
Urban.
Oh,
and
yes.
how do you say hot tea?
热茶. So yes, 日. So you put your tongue behind your the top of your mouth. 日. That's how you say you pronounce the word 热. 热. Yeah.
So is that the same 日本
Yes.
as Japan and 茶
Yes.
as hot tea?
Yes.
I just made this revelation because Japan is the sun country. The sun is hot. So it's the same word for hot tea.
Oh, okay. I don't think that's how it came from, but sure.
I need these little mnemonics to help me remember the language. Otherwise, I'm going to be a dishonor to my family forever.
Well, fair enough.
Well,
this is
dishonor to my
literally
family.
an ADHD episode. I would just jumping around.
I'm sorry. Every episode is like an ADHD.
Yeah, so
episode.
you put your pearls in there. I already heat that up. That is the brown sugar pearl, and mine is mango popping pearls, which is not my favorite, but whatever.
Oh, we could have swapped. Do you
Nah,
wanna
because
swap?
I'll
Too
shit
late.
myself drinking that. And you stir. To be honest, sir, like if you're a professional, you will close this.
If you were a professional, you'd have your bubbles out by now.
Exactly, and you shake it. That's why it's called bubble tea when the first top layer is foam.
I thought that foam layer was cheese these days.
No.
People do cheese foam now?
Oh yeah, I make that sometimes. It's so good.
And then you shit yourself.
I don't, because I can have a little bit. I can't have too much.
That's like me too. I'm
She says she's gonna get really gassy, so if you hear any sound,
We're on a balcony, it's fine.
not.
If you hear any sounds, it's the cars driving by and it's the neighbors.
Yeah, sure.
Why are you taking my straw?
There's
Oh, because
bubbles.
there's bubbles. Okay.
All right,
He's got
cheers.
this. He's got this.
Yay.
Cheers!
To Bernie.
Cheers, 10 minutes into the episode. The straw is almost too short.
Yummy. These cup are from Elephant Cup from Taiwan. So I make my newest reels that has this cup in it. Everyone's like, where is it? And I tag them and then I repost in my story. It was so fucking funny.
Really? Let's keep doing that. Maybe they'll,
Sponsor me.
you know.
Yes. Okay, so we have people actually DM us when we posted that reels of the episode Burned Out. A lot of
Talking
people
about
say,
your butthole burning.
yeah. Look, a lot of people say, yeah, that's right. And they don't even say like explain
Yeah.
like what they're feeling. They just say, yep,
Yeah, just so relatable.
yep.
Relatable content. It's like as soon as you say burnout, relatable. Fatigue, that's me.
Yeah. But like also in studio, the last week actually, everybody I encounter in the studio has this face up like this. I'm like, aren't you here to do poll? Aren't you here to do something to make you excited? But it's just like, oh yeah, you know.
Yeah.
And they don't want to talk about it. You know, they're just like, yep. And you just, oh yeah, we're all feeling that.
You know, funny thing happening on the Gold Coast right now, because it's June, which is winter. But as you can see, this is Gold Coast winter. And yes, I'm in a hoodie, But like, I'm from Canada.
I'm from Melbourne. It's 7 degrees in Melbourne.
But what I've noticed is that as soon as the weather cooled down, and like we're in hoodie weather now, nobody wants to train. And what's up with that? I'm like in Melbourne, and especially like at Blackbird, because it's such a huge space with a tin roof and it's very hard to control the heating and the cooling. You get these hardcore people that show up no matter what the weather is because they just want to effing dance. And I find that's been a bit of an adjustment for me on the Gold Coast, because a lot of people ask me like, how do you enjoy living on the Gold Coast? And I always say it's been an adjustment to the pace of life, and I guess also the intensity of life, because I'm used to being a really intense person. Like I just want to be like, let's go and do everything and try everything and touch everything and just. But here, everyone is very much way more chill, way more relaxed.
Very relaxed.
That's been a really very relaxed. It's been a hard adjustment.
Oh, I bet. That's why I left Queensland.
But you can't be the weather.
Oh yeah,
This
the
weather.
weather, it's just beautiful, it's stunning. But yeah, yeah, see, we're burned out. We don't even want to talk about it anymore.
You know, this little slice of greenery and sun and sky up here, that's not by accident. That's because one of the things that helps you rejuvenate is connecting with nature. So if you watch this, if you're actually physically watching it, allow this to be your recharge.
Yep, sure. Thank you, Andrea. That's very generous of you.
You're the one who framed it.
Yeah, if you're watching on your phone, YouTube allows you to zoom in, so you can literally zoom all the way into just that part and then just listen to us talk in the background. That will help you with your burned out. I'm actually physically dragged to Gold Coast by my partner, because he's like, you need to fucking chill. So that's where we are. Instead of doing gigs in Melbourne this weekend, because it's long weekend in Melbourne, I'm here.
Yay!
Yay!
We're so happy to have you here.
Yeah, deep down, like, I'm like, I want to work, but like,
Yeah.
on a surface level, I actually need to just chill, because I have gone to a stage, even not just for poets, for just social media burned out. Like, my head hurts, my eye pressure rise. It's just so bad. My headache, migraine, everything come back when I'm like staring at my phone for too long, and my eyesight's become so bad.
Oh,
So bad.
I know that I've told you about this before, but like I wake up in the morning and I do eyeball yoga. I haven't been doing it every day, but I'm trying to do it more. I used to just do it lying in bed as soon as I woke up, as soon as I opened my eyes. But now what I do is I come out and I stand on the balcony. And what the eyeball exercises are is I'll keep my head still, and then I'll look as far to the right, as far to the left as possible a bunch of times. And then I'll go as far up and down as much as possible. And then I'll look in a circle as far as possible. And the thing that I've been noticing, especially when I first wake up in the morning and I'm all groggy, it's like my eyeballs don't work properly. And so there's always these spots like in the bottom corner down here and in the top corner up here. My eyeballs have a tendency to like cut the corner. And so the reason I've been doing it outside now is to force me to look into the distance, because I find I spend a lot of time in my house on my phone, on my computer, and my field of vision is like this close. But then all of a sudden when I'm standing out here and I look out to the distance and I'm trying to see like a specific leaf on a tree that's like way across the street. And it's just to like exercise your eyeballs.
Yeah, definitely.
And especially because we're always staring at things so close. I remember coming out of lockdown when I first started driving again, and then all of a sudden my long distance vision and my peripheral vision was reactivated. I didn't realize how much I had stopped using my eyesight. So that was
those are
pretty
very
alarming.
important when you're on the pole, because like a lot of time you can't turn your head. You have to use your eyesight to find a pole, and so yeah, stop staring at your phone.
That's so funny that you say that, because I've been teaching a lot of flying pole lately.
Oh, flying pole.
But flying pole, even more so than even just regular spinning pole, can make you dizzy. And so one of the number one questions people have asked me over the years is, how do I manage my dizziness? And I always make this joke like, I can't see straight. Like I could just never see straight, or like my brain's a milkshake and I just pretend that I can see, but I don't really need to see in order to do what I'm doing. And I'm always trying to get my students to look away from the pole, look away from their navel, look away from their legs. And I all of a sudden realized I've been saying this so much that I actually am not looking.
Yeah.
But this is like throughout my whole life. Even just walking around my house, because I know the layout of my house so much. I oftentimes don't turn the lights on and stuff, and I'm not really using my eyeballs because I don't really need to in my repetitive everyday life. And even the pole stuff is repetitive every day. And that's why I started doing the balcony eye yoga, because I'm like, I need to make sure my eyeballs don't just switch off. And be like, she doesn't need us. We're just gonna goodbye forever.
You know, also what contributes to your pole burnout is obviously it's definitely social media these days, because there are so many pole videos going on your feed, and you just keep on saving. It's like, I'm gonna do that, I'm gonna do that, I'm gonna do that, I'm gonna do that. You're just thinking about like all these things that you wanted to do, but
never do.
Because they accumulated so much. So when you get to the studio, you open up the file, and I'm like, where do I start?
Yeah.
And you instantly just like, I don't know where to start. Then you're gonna feel the burned out really quickly. So, I mean, I still save videos all the time. You know, for my content creation folder it's definitely bigger than my pole tricks folders now. Just like I have so many content I want to create.
And it's so much newer than your pole one as well.
It's just so hard. So like things in social media creation is that you don't need to always create new things. Lots of creators revisit and use their old videos, but they recreate in a different way to post. So you don't always have to look for new things. And that comes in every aspect of your life. You don't need the newest phone. You don't need the newest things, because that's just gonna make you feel like you're chasing. And that chasing feeling is gonna make you feel burned out very quickly.
So speaking of new things versus old things, I have
new things, old things.
Fuck you. Fuck me, fuck you. But I have like an OCD kind of thing, or I don't know if it's
kind of. She's a Virgo. She's a Virgo
with Scorpio undertones.
Yeah, so it's OCD to the max.
But when it comes to something like my saved folder, I always find myself torn between, do I want to start with the newest thing, or do I want to scroll all the way to the oldest thing and go in chronological or reverse chronological. And so what I started doing, because obviously it's a pain in the butt to scroll all the way to the oldest one, so I started unsaving and resaving old videos that I want to come back to the top.
I do that sometimes, yeah.
And then I started redoing my old tricks.
Yeah.
Because when I redo my old tricks, I have even just a vague memory of what it feels like, so I can see how my body's changed, and I have like a clear expectation of what something should feel like and what it's gonna look like on me. Whereas if I see like some crazy 12-year-old child doing something that I wanna try, I'm like, I know it could be disastrous.
Oh yeah, for sure.
So yeah, I don't know. That's just me, where I'm like, do I do old things or new things? But then when you think about trends,
yes,
trends are always geared towards newest things.
Yes, but you know, like, because I have always, every time when I look at someone else's content, I will be like analyzing blah, blah, blah. Every time when you see someone who does the same thing over and over again, they are going to be most likely to be the successful one. The person who's chasing new things all the time, their feed's a mess, like mine.
Yeah.
Mine's a mess because I want to do everything, because the ADHD of me just want to do everything, and I never go back to do what I usually do. So that's a bad thing, because you just, if you're good at something, stick with it. You know? So that's why if I try something new now, I always add a fungi in it. So I'm doing my old things. The classic.
Yeah, I have a saved video right now that I'll post later this week, and it's me on the flying pole doing literally the same thing that I do in almost every single flying pole that I've ever posted. And it's because, I don't know, because flying pole, I'm still in my first few years of it. There's this sequence that I want to perfect, and it's getting close, and it gets closer every time. But again, it's like this perfectionist part of me that I know it might not be the most entertaining thing for my followers, but I need to keep doing it over and over again. And once I train that sequence, I have no gas left to train any other sequence, because this is the most exhausting sequence ever. It's like pull-ups and twizzles and flares, and I'm just like, I can't do anything else after it. And then even in terms of like, what do I add on after that beginning sequence, I'm so limited in what I can add to the sequence after because the pole is spinning so fast that you can't do anything that's close to the pole or anything that has precarious grip. Like his lip grip on his straw, very precarious. So yeah, anyway, I just keep doing the same thing over and over again, and I used to feel a certain way about it. But then when I think about all of the flying pole artists that I follow, like there's a couple of guys, and there's the one girl who's in Mad Apple Cirque du Soleil right now.
And they all do the same thing.
Same thing over and over again. And every single time I watch it to the very end, and I'm still just like, oh my God.
Yes.
Oh
So
my God.
stick with what you are already training or what you're already learning
And what you already
perfect it.
love.
Exactly.
Like,
Because everybody
soothe
is
yourself.
gonna be different. Like that's why when people be like, oh, another Fonji, I'm like, yeah, doing Fonji, it's like, super bandy people, Amy Hazel doing a rainbow machenga.
Yeah.
It's easy for us to do those things. Like, it's hard for me to do other things, but
Yeah.
that's easy for me.
Yeah.
So just stick with what you already know and just perfect it,
Yeah. I have certain tricks that I do like once every year or two. Because I did a spatchcock on flying pole the other day.
Everybody has that.
So
I
happy.
have to do spatchcock once a year, rainbow once a year.
And it's like a check-in.
Just
to
make sure
just
you
be like,
still have it.
can I still do it? Can I still do it? Funny thing is though, spatchcock is easier on flying pole.
Is it?
That's what I learned the other day because that was my first spatchcock on flying pole.
Oh.
Way the F easier. And I think unless my legs have changed, my legs might have changed, but
Maybe.
I thought it looked better on me as well.
Okay, that's good.
Yeah.
I
that was
guess
exciting.
because it can tilt, the pole moves.
Yeah, so you can move the tip to you rather than having to actively move your leg to the pole.
Yeah, there you go.
And this has become one of my favorite things about flying pole is that you can make the tip do whatever you want while you just stay where you are.
All right, so what's the takeaway of this?
The takeaway of that
Yeah.
is imagine that you are on a flying pole and you don't need to be running to everything. Let things come to you.
Exactly.
Or bring things to you.
Let things come to you.
That's the takeaway
That's
for today.
the takeaway, definitely the takeaway. Yummy. All right, I hope you guys feel, I mean, like you got something helpful from this episode. Also, if you haven't listened to the main podcast, please go ahead, link down below. And if you want to donate some money for our bubble tea,
Our next tea.
links down below. Thank you guys, and follow us on Spill the Bubble Tea Podcast on Instagram so you stay updated. All right, we'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.
Cheers.